Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tyen. And if you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Fri-Yay, everybody. This is me and also Nastia.
Hello, Fri-Yay, Kings of
Fri-Yay. Absolutely. As you guys know, Friday readings are always the juicy readings where we get into it real deep, spilling the tea on you and your boo and your current situation. So we're just going to allow for an audience to build at this moment. If you haven't already checked out my premiere is Will We Be Together in This Lifetime? And that is already on lock and load. So I will not do a collective reading because of that. It's kind of redundant. I just did it, and energy doesn't change like that. So I put out what was going on in the collective recently as of today, October the 8th. And so we're just going to sit here and kind of chillax a little bit as we wait for you guys to chime in. Anyhow, anyway. I also wanted to mention that I'm going to do a yes and no for you. If you get a 6 card pull, you can ask a question. Please make sure that you type out the question so we can see what the question is. I will let you know if it's a yes or a no, and then I will give you your 6 card pull. And while I'm waiting for that, let me go ahead and put that in here. The first thing that I come to is my life. Hey.
Mm.
I'm happy. It was
Mm.
the first thing I came across, which is a good thing.
Look at that. What?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Spirit.
Hopefully we get some people that come on live with us. I know it's late.
Mm-hmm.
That don't
Mm.
mean nothing.
Oh, yeah, they'll come on. They'll slide on in. What's meant to be will always, it's going to be.
That's true, Empress. So, so true. Oh my God, it's doing that thing where it's making it all come together. Hold on. I gotta undo this. I need to delete that. Why is it not letting me delete this?
Mm.
That gotta go.
Hmm.
Can I delete it from here? Let's see.
Mm.
That's crazy. I
Mm.
don't want that all together, bunched together like that. Mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit.
Okay.
It's a big situation of hydration. Spirit is saying staying hydrated is so vital. It's
It
so
is. Oh my God, stop it. How about I got this big old, those timed drinks, like those time drinking bottles. Why did I just order me a gallon and I drank it today? I drank it all.
that's good.
You
That's
know,
good.
when you drink a lot of water, it also helps to cleanse your solar plexus. The
Beautiful.
solar plexus is connected to water. I found this out a long time ago when I used to buy the blue water bottles, the
Mm-hmm.
cobalt blue water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
A book, and the book stated that. I'm like, dang it, you learn something new every day. Oh, I think I got it. Did I get it this time? Yes, I did.
Oh, let me tell you, Dr. Tanya, I'm
Mm.
speaking whatever comes through. I've got chills. I'm feeling um some ancestors. I'm just trying to figure out who, but I've got chills on both sides. They are here.
Mhm.
Um, in the meantime, and definitely between time, I'm feeling that um the divine feminine, because I'm calling divine feminine
Mm.
to keep moving forward. Because
Divine Feminine is here too.
huh?
I said she's here. She said she's at work and studying too,
Oh,
and she's on this live. I
hello,
love it.
and to keep moving and to just stay hydrated right now because
Mhm.
it's symptoms and it's I'm feeling headaches, like uh a sinus. I don't want to. It's not. I don't say issues, but sinus
Inflammation of the sinuses, like sinusitis or something?
drainage. It's a release all through the body,
Mm.
all through the body of just inflammation, toxins. So it's really
Mhm.
of toxins all through the body, that mucus and gunk, just stuff that needs to come out. I'm here from the summer season.
She said she's been having headaches and forgetting to drink water.
Yes, because there's so much going on, and then we're feeling. I know I have the DMs stuff that's been going on, things that have been going on, and um, just the circling of cycles of cleansing. It's
Mhm.
cleansing, and I know I'm like, oh, how many dark nights of the soul are there, and how many of this do I have? How many of that do I have? And it's like
Mhm.
it's daily. We go to the bathroom daily. We release daily, so it's going to be
Mhm.
cleansing daily. Some not as much as other, but it also depends on what and how much you put in your system. Because
Mhm.
the weekend spirit said, I need you to go green. I need you to go green because finally your system, once you start rising, Dr. Tyann, and
Yeah.
your body is not going to allow certain foods in your body, because I'm like, oh, I'll never give up certain foods. I'll never give up that. But once you start getting closer, your body will not tolerate tomfoolery. It won't tolerate
Mhm.
conversations. It won't tolerate certain people, places, or things. And then you find yourself, oh, I wanted to be part of the crowd or the it or the that. And finally you're like, oh, we're going out this weekend, we're doing this. You're like, you know what? Usually I would be like, oh my goodness, I didn't get included. But now it's kind of like, I'm so glad I was not a part of that.
Yes, I swear.
So either
Sometimes not being included is favor.
it is favor. It's favor, and actually, they're doing you a favor when they don't include you. And then sometimes you find yourself as you ascend and grow. I love the movie Benjamin Button because he started aging backwards. And once you don't dog your body out, you find out, man, I was not missing anything
Mhm.
of the tomfoolery. And then I see as some people come more and more into union as we move forward, because I know some people when they're starting in this journey, they're like, oh my God, my DM and now like some of them when they come back around, they're gonna need some care. And some
Mhm.
DFs are gonna be like, nah, miss me on that. And some of them are gonna be like,
Mhm.
yeah. It's like, well, where was your nurse Ho? Where's Nurse Ho?
She said nurse home.
I This is spirit. Here we go. So it's kind of like, and then and I'm hearing spirit say that could be a test, and some could come back and say I might have lung cancer, I might have diabetes, I might, and some things, and I'm hearing it. We're going to be faced with a test of, we may have medical issues, or me. It's kind of like, what are you willing to work with? What are you not willing to work with on top of the love and the journey? And then some DFs may feel like, hey, spirit, this is not fair. Like I felt like I'm getting the leftovers of what's kind of thrown on the porch, kind of. And spirit was like, no, it's like, oh, this is your chance to see
Yeah.
the great healer that you are.
Yes. Divine Feminine, you are so right. She said you don't even want their ass when they come back. You done went to a level that they can't even rise to. That is so true. That is so, so true.
And that's the thing. Some will and some won't. Some will be
Yeah.
like, I love a soulmate. Or some will say,
Yeah.
no, journey.
Yeah.
And then if some will like, no, I don't know if I want spirit babies. I know me personally, I'm gonna have my
Mm-hmm.
spirit babies, because I know my promise and my gift. But it's kind of like now we've been forced to continue on, because I know for
Yeah.
me, my house got sold today, and I'm grateful. I was like spiritual. I'm very low key. I don't announce nothing until I got the check in hand or the
Right.
sign, because the prince of the airways. But I will slam that sucker in a minute. So I got summoning power, instant intellect, and control. I wanted to share this.
Yeah. Congratulations, honey.
Fade while you looking here and looking there. Look within, because you will. I found myself kind of, ripping and running, and you will give so much that you'll start wearing yourself out. And it's like, hey, wait a minute. I don't want to overgive that I don't have anything in my cup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving to myself like I'm supposed to, through spirit.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah.
my God. This is where this Libra and the new moon that we got, the balancing of the scales come in. Like all the things that are in balance right now and the collective is being offset. Okay.
Mhm.
Like the scores are being settled.
No doubt.
And any relationship, I don't care if you are a twin flame and you're with the divine masculine or a divine feminine, if they are not playing their role, if they are not playing their part, they are getting replaced with higher level soulmates. Like there's
Oh,
no more mercy that is being given because there has been plenty of time.
come
The
on now.
time is now. Like we can't keep putting our unions off into the distant future. We can't say, well, I need to work on this and then, I'll call him my DM or, I need to work on this and then I'll go back to DF and I'll make sure I make things right. No, you have to make it right now.
You got to make it right now. And what's going on? We're getting so many downloads, and it's so much work that we can do on their behalf that
Hmm.
it's like you got to do it. And what's
Yeah.
on, the word procrastination has come up, and it's like, look, dude, you're going to do it. You're going to do it because it's like you have free will, but then you have the higher level soulmates. It said the higher level twin flames. They said the you still have the life purpose. You still have that purpose that's
Hmm.
signed on the contract that we got work to do. And DF is not going to be. We're not going to have a shitload of DFs out here doing the work without their payers, and they're ganged up with uh low key the karmics doing low key things. That's just not going to work, because we have to remember that the trick of the enemy is to say, hey, come over here where the shiny items are, when they have to get permission to operate through spirit first.
Exactly.
He was a
And that's
come on now.
and that's the conundrum. That's the sad thing is because they still some masculines that are still asleep still think they got time. No.
Oh, now her
You
time.
either get on you either get on the ship or your ass is gonna get left.
Right. And this is how the trick of the enemy fools you. Oh, when you don't have any money, you're not a man, or you or not a woman, or whatever, because
Hmm.
sometimes it's flipped. No, that's not the case. You can start all over, but then again, they will drain you,
Hmm.
whoever that take it however it seems, to think that, hey, I'm washed up, I'm no longer any use, let me just go on back to my old ways. No,
Hmm.
because the pit is to suck you up, to kill, steal, and destroy.
Yep.
And it's like you sucked out of your life force. And it's like to also try to trick you and say, hey, let's just keep on doing what we're doing. This is your legacy that's at stake. Your
It is.
safety. And then it's kind of like, hey, do you see the hurt and pain that you cause your other half? You got
Yep.
that. First of all, you got to fix it. And there is no manifestation. I don't care how many times they're mixing up stuff, because right now, to not digress, to bring everything into real time, as of right now, collectively, the karmics are getting their karma and they can't handle it, thinking that the DFs will put something on them. Honey, I don't have the time, nor would I waste my energy putting anything on you, but I will return in a heartbeat. I will return to send on a postal service in a heartbeat, because the stuff that they've done time after time trying to hide it is all being exposed. It's the devil doesn't have any new tricks. It's the same tricks that are recycled, just a different face.
I know that's right.
They're
Okay, divine feminine.
we don't chase them, they're coming after us. So how
Hmm.
dare you thinking you could take our gifts and give it to a mental patient and expect abundance,
Mm.
not with any morals.
Yeah. A lot of the divine masculines are feeling unworthy, and so they're concluding that they're unworthy, so they don't want to approach divine feminine because she won't forgive, she won't forget, she'll keep bringing it up. So it's just easy if they stay in karmic relationships when the karmic is doing a bang up job on the divine masculine more than what divine feminine could ever do. They really are kind of like burying themselves deeper into a hole
And
in
see,
some of their situations.
so that's not even love either. But you're gonna love me when it's sunny, but when it's rainy, you want to beat me up. So
Exactly.
that's some Ike and Tina love right there, which is not love. But she ended up leaving him, didn't she?
Mm.
And I got the marriage card in poverty.
Wow.
And didn't it say what's love got to do with it? When your pockets are empty, I don't love you. But when they full, so that's not love. Love builds
No.
together. So that's
Yes.
why spirit had to come through and empty those pockets out and show
I'm
you,
doing a reading.
had to show you people's real face. Because for me, I know for me, it's kind of like it's not only just the karmics, it's the karmic family, it's the karmic friends, it's the karmic.
Hmm.
You have to be stripped down to be built back up. Just like it speaks about Daniel, it speaks about Job. Because if you're out here working and working and working and
I
working,
just told you I'm doing a live.
and there is no time for spirit, even with my health,
Sorry, y'all.
how would you get to know spirit? How would you get to know God if you were never hungry? How would you know if you could be fed? How could you know you could be clothed if you were never naked? How could you know you could ever rebuild if you were never stripped down?
Mm.
So they're thinking, oh yeah, this, but the lies and stuff, that's got to be rectified. So if you supposed to be so the conference is supposed to be oh so this, that, and the other, how come there's no conversation with the subject matter at hand? The DF. And so, oh yeah, we're talking about black magic, we're talking about the conference because they keep doing it.
Hmm.
That's why we're talking about it, because it needs to be addressed. The elephant in the room got to be addressed.
Hmm.
Negativity about the DFs, the DFs. Why are you stalking? Why?
Thank you, DFA. I love you. Thank you so much. I am, but I'm here.
So yeah, it's going to be addressed. It's going to be addressed, and all of this has got to be cleaned up. The dirt in the floor has to be cleaned up.
Yes. Can't keep on sweeping that dirt up under the rug. Eventually, you're gonna have to clean
Got to
up
be,
under that rug.
and for them to think and have all these projections and all these meetings in their the meetings of the mind is a mind
Mm.
table. Not all of this, all the meetings they have in their head. That's the
Hmm.
enemy. You don't know what the DF is going to say. That's what you're thinking, because that's probably what they would do. You
Exactly. So
don't
that's a projection, like you said. That's their own projection onto you.
and don't be like, oh hey, I'm here. Hey, we got some
Mhm.
things we want to address. Don't be like, let's address it and then we can move on. You just can't be like, oh, I'm here. Let's just pick up. What about this broken heart? We've got to mend it. We got to,
Yeah.
and according to ourselves too, because it's a yin and yang situation. And then you got to look at, hey, you might see your DF with another person. You might see your DF doing her own thing, but you should be proud and say, hey, we can do it
Hmm.
together.
Hmm. Or even if you can't do it together, be proud that someone found someone who loved them. It's not always about being possessive over the other person too, because just like with me and my divine masculine, I haven't actually seen him with anyone, but that's his own choice to keep that away from me. I have never in my life seen my divine masculine with someone else. I don't even know what I would do if
I
I saw that.
died, but and every time I felt it, that's why I be down. Even
Mhm.
online, it's like the spirits online of to me are
Mhm.
bad as happening in person. But thankfully,
Mhm.
I haven't felt him sleep with anybody. But that would, yeah. But
Yeah.
that was like, because I believe that's a whole sacred situation,
Hmm.
because spirits are real. That's something that you don't want to play with, because it's
That's
hell.
so true.
I'm getting that stuff off of you. And plus, I'm grateful. I don't know how anybody else. I'm grateful that I find myself as a DF, even before as a DF, that's a sacred part of your body. That's a gift. You don't be just
Absolutely.
out in the world.
That's true,
You know,
Empress. Your whole body is your temple,
it's your temple.
and it's not cool to just give it away
Mm,
on a whim, you
mm,
know, on a drop of a dime,
mm.
because You know, you don't only have STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, you have sexually transmitted demons.
Mm-hmm.
And as a reader, I always try to keep my field clean, and I have not ever been promiscuous. I've
Right.
always been in relationships with every person I've been intimate with, and they've been deep, serious relationships, not, casual sex or anything like that. Not that I judge anyone for that. If you are conscious and you're with a conscious partner, then that's your own prerogative. But 9 times out of 10, these people are not awakened. These people are not conscious that we run into, especially divine feminines. We have a tendency to draw those that need to be healed to us,
Yeah.
broken, traumatized.
True.
Okay, let's just keep it 100% real. It's very rare that a divine feminine is able to bring in someone on the same level of which she resides.
Yes.
Look at Erica Badu. Erica Badu is very spiritual. She knows the occult, but the men that she tends to attract are worldly men, men of the world.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that she attracted that was really halfway decent on her level is Andre 3000 and Common.
That's I don't. Yeah, I like her music, but I don't follow her like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So most divine feminines, we have the propensity to draw those men into our sphere of existence that need healing.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's kind of like I just don't want the headache. And I'm
Hmm.
gonna share something with you. I'm gonna share this because I have to be honest and spirit. And if you notice that you're not productive when you got a bunch of people that's ringing your phone and stuff, and that's to me that's not something to be proud of.
It's not.
It's like you really need that many people to make you feel good.
It's
Like,
because
and I'm
these people often don't love themselves when they do that.
they don't have a problem having fat jokes. They don't have a problem having black jokes or racist jokes. It's like, but then they'll say, "Oh, I love God," or "I have a big cross that's 90 pounds around your neck." Like, you don't need to tell me that who you trying to fool. Like,
Hmm.
uh,
Or who you trying to convince, me or yourself?
come on now, come on now.
Yeah.
There's so many family secrets and stuff. Even with me, I'm kind of like, I,
Divine Fem, how did you make the payment? Did you do it on PayPal or did you do it on Venmo or what's the other one? Cash App. Let me know so I can look. I haven't seen it on PayPal yet. Sometimes they take long. Hold on.
and I think for
Okay, I got you. I got you, boo, on PayPal. Yep. Just saw it. Go ahead.
oh, you're
No.
fine. For us, Dr. Tyann, it's kind of like I'm feeling more of my old self again, but a new version of
Mm-hmm.
of the Gaia. Like I am versatile. I am sure, but I am a much better version because of my DM. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's not a codependent relationship; it's a love relationship, and it's kind of like, hey, I'm good with the without, but I prefer with. But I'm still blessed. I'm still blessed, and nothing. No one are going to take our blessings because we've done the work. And just like I was giving thanks to my ancestors in spirit, I'm like, hey, they said, you think we're going to leave you in the cold and someone could just snatch your blessings? No, you worked hard for those blessings.
Divine Fem, ask a yes or no question. Okay, because I'm giving that away with a 6 card pull. So ask a yes or no question, and then I'll pull your 6 cards, and then Nastia will do the rest of your reading. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Fine. And my
Empress.
oh, I don't I just I have, but you know how I flow. I,
Yeah.
I'm just grateful because what I'm me personally, once obedience, and I was telling Diane, obedience is better than sacrifice because spirit has been asking me to do stuff that's kind of been like, and I'm like, what? And the doors that have opened just by doing that have been insurmountable. I'm like, come on, spirit. I'm just, and it's like, tell your story. I have so many testimonies that it's like, I'm a big documentation person, that it's like unbelievable, but it's believable because it's documented. It's documented, and spirit's going to blow your mind more and more and more. And I'm to the point that you don't even, and Dr. Tanya, you know, you can vouch for this. I'm to the point that I don't, you, and other people too, you won't even be bothered to convince anybody that you're on a journey. You won't be
Okay.
convince anybody of anything besides spirit. You have that connection with them. You have that connection with them.
Absolutely.
So dope. It's so dope.
Oh man, this is flip. Ah, it flipped. Okay. Divine feminine. Yes. The new person that you're talking to is on an up and up. It actually took like about 4 times for me to flip that motherfucker over, but you got it. Let's go ahead and get your spread, boo. I don't want to keep you waiting too long. But yes, everything that you say is so true, Nastia.
Mhm.
Um, this journey is not for the faint of hearts. It's not. It's not one of those journeys that you can treat like a soulmate journey. I tell people that all the time.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
You got Suche. So that's just letting me know that you need to do some grounding. Okay, you need to go walk barefoot in the grass, light a brown candle, hug a tree. Those are some things that you can do for grounding. Live out loud. So you're suppressing your gifts. And yeah, the Goddess Oracle deck is telling on you that you are suppressing your gifts. You're sitting on a lot of your gifts. You're very gifted.
Mm.
And they're wanting you to use your voice. They want you to be vocal. This can also be something that you may need to tell your divine masculine that you haven't spoke that needs to be said. Okay. I'm going to give you 2 crystals that you need to start working with. These are 2 crystals that you need, like right at this moment, that you need to start working with to help you with your the rest of your ascension, to help you manifest what you are wanting to manifest. These are 2 crystals. All right. So one is the Larimar crystal. That's what it looks like. Um, Your angels and your guides are trying to help you to see something from a higher perspective. You got number 22, which in numerology represents the number 4, which deals with your foundation. And the planet that this is influenced by is Neptune. So you have the energy of Neptune when you wear the Larimar. I have that crystal too. Shoot, it's not on the desk. I will show you what it looks like. I removed it from off of my altar because I just had too much stuff on this bad boy. All right. And the next one is the Moonstone. Helps you with transcendence, help you to transcend, and it connects you to spirit, which is the crown chakra. This is the Moonstone. This is something that you need in order for you to continue with your ascension so you can continue to grow. So it can keep you in constant connection with spirit. Okay. Then let's get to next two. Magical alchemy. So it's just saying right now you need to get into magic more deeper. It's about your time. So you're going through a rites of passage or rites of passage right now. You're being spiritually initiated. And it's saying be curious. They want you to be curious. They want you to, you know, satisfy your curiosity, as it were. Be curious about your magic. Be deep into your magic. They're saying that it's going to take alchemy to transform this situation between you and your twin too. Spiritual alchemy is what they're saying. And your last card is the Temple of Mary. Okay, so this is about unconditional love, emotional expression, playful innocence, and exploitation. It's saying right now that you need to, the reason why you have the exploitation here is that you are celibate. You are keeping, your body sacred. You are having this unconditional love, but it's like you're having it all for yourself. It's like you need to spread this unconditional love. You need to be open and have a playful mindset and approach when it comes to your divine masculine. This is what's going to help in this now moment on this leg of the journey. All right. And that is your reading for me. Now let's go ahead and take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
I'm looking at you're in a new I don't want to say connection, but a new blessing. And I am getting card number 70. I know I am a healer. Um and this is part of the third eye crown chakra, and I'm even getting gold. And then I'm getting card number 63. I want to make love to you. Honestly, this is what I'm getting. I am getting, now that you've moved, the previous person feels your shift. And spirit is like, that's what needed to happen, because there is definitely a death and rebirth that has taken place. So I see the cougar spirit animal around you, and your ancestors are with me, and they were like, yes, they're rooting you on. And the root of this tree, in this card number 19, and this is from the priestess of light oracle, and it's saying yes. And I'm hearing a grandfather, great grandfather, great uncle. No, he said no, great uncle. He's about damn time. He was like, I wanted her to, because she was just so good. She's giving him enough time. Da, da, da. And if he comes around and he has his stuff together, she has two options, because we're hearing the word option. Because some of these DMs are like, no, I'm gonna DM. No, because we were considered an option. We never, don't ever use the word option. We're not an option. We are the only choice. So now that the shoe is on the other foot, it doesn't feel so hot. So that's what I'm definitely getting with that. So I've got one more for you, and it said against the grain. You are, I'm hearing you had enough. You pissed. You're like, I've had enough. Like, you just woke up one morning and said, two middle fingers. Like, I'm going to the mall. I'm gonna take a flight. Just like you wake up and just say, I'm just gonna do something and not even check with anybody. I'm out of here for the weekend or something. So yeah, you totally changed. You totally, like they say, man up, you womaned up, honey. Good for you, sis.
Yeah, come on now. Person can only take so much.
So much.
All right. So we got Larky out the way. Is there anyone else that would like to do a reading? I'm doing yes and no for free, and then a 6 card pull. I know that's right. Stick a fork in you. I know. I know. It gets like that. Like, I didn't really want to throw in a towel on my journey, but I had no choice. I'm not going to be off of my journey. I'm always going to be on a twin flame journey, whether my twin, wants to be with me or not. You're still on the journey, but I'm just, as far as being twin flames and being married and, you know, things being as they were. Things are changing in my life. A lot of things are shifting and changing, and I really I've just been in surrender mode. Like, okay, whatever you want to be done is going to be done, because it's like I kept on getting in the way, you guys. I kept on trying to circumvent the situation, and I kept getting hurt by my twin. And I know that he didn't mean to do it on purpose, but the fact is, you guys, when you step to a table and you're not getting the appropriate love that needs to be given and dished out, you can't sit at that table anymore. You have to have self-respect, and you have to walk away.
You better.
Okay? And go to the table where you're getting reciprocity, you're getting love. Like, I have had a man that I have no bond with, no children with, chase me more than any of my husbands. And it's like, okay, we all want what we want. The heart wants what the heart wants. But what's good for you?
That's right.
That's what spirit wants.
That's
Spirit wants you to choose what is good for your heart, what is good for your mind, because a lot of us will lose our mind in this. twin flame matrix chasing our twin, and our twin is just not ready. We
Mm,
don't even know if they will ever be ready. So we shouldn't waste our time. We should just have full faith that what is for us and what is meant for us is going to come back around if it's meant to come back around. But in the meantime, we have to move forward with faith, knowing that everything happens for a reason at the right time. Okay, and there could just be some more lessons this person needs to go through. But what we need to stop doing is giving people the blueprint to continue to hurt us, all under the guise of love, under the guise of twin flame, under the guise of divine masculine. If it doesn't look the way that First Corinthians chapter 13 says that love is, then it's not love. I
mhm.
remember one time God asked me before I left my twin flame to read that chapter and tell myself what are those attributes that are there that I see in my marriage. And to be quite honest, only saw a handful. They're all supposed to be there. When someone loves you, there is no limits to how they love you. There are no stipulations on love.
Mm-mm.
Love is just because, or a matter of fact, or I was just thinking about you, so I did this.
Right.
And so love is more than just words, people. Words mean nothing when there is no action.
No action. And as for me and my twin, there is communication, there is language. I don't care about that. I'm a challenged person. I mean, the body language is good. The telepathic communication. It's like hell or high water. But I know it's certain things. I'm like, hold up, I can feel halfway across the world. You can't tell me otherwise. And it's confirmed through spirit. And it's kind of like, whoa, now that they've awakened, it's like, have I done too much damage? And it's like the overthinking. It's for myself, I overthink it. Spirit's like, hey, the communication. But Spirit is like, you know, y'all have done this so many lifetimes. This is the last one. You know it's going to happen. But right now, I need you to trust faith and spirit. You've done your part. You've overdone it. So I need you. So Spirit started just throwing things in my way to slow me down to say, hey, stop overdoing it.
Mm,
You've done more than enough. They're gonna be fine. They've got their ancestors. You've got your altar, you've got your prayers and stuff. They've got to balance the scales, and we're with them, we're surrounding them. And
yeah.
especially when it came to the hurt of my spirit babies and the proof, I've had surgery and the sacrifice. I thought they tried to sacrifice me. I broke up swinging, and I was like, the hell, if you will. That was one of the worst parts of my journey. Was December of last year after my surgery. They had chimed in and saw my DM, and I'm like, dude, it was serious. And people think you crazy. I ain't crazy. I saw it,
Hmm.
the sacrifice of the I said, I'd be damned, and I got pictures of my stomach being cut open. And I was not going to talk about it. But Spirit was like, say it, because I will expose the enemy now. Because what's happening, some of these the people that's being called out, they got this karmic debt. Some of them are not going to make it. And I'm gonna keep it 100 because the debt and the hurt of the DF, some of them are have PTSD now. Some of them are relieving PTSD. The gang stalking and stuff is coming back around, but they think it's funny because they're hurt again. They got to deal with that. We got it. We had to heal. This time last year, I had tissues by my bed. We had to heal. I didn't make a public announcement. So they've got to do it, but they want mercy. And no, it doesn't work like that. You threw it out. Then you had people to help you throw it out. Then you sat back and thought it was funny when you come for people's children and unborn babies to be killed. Yes, I must say it. Because I'm the type of person, I don't say
I've
anything.
had it done. I've had it done where his karmic family did juju on me. 3 of my pregnancies were terminated. Like, I never made it past 4 months in any of my pregnancies.
And I didn't even know what the hell
So,
was going on until I got it confirmed. And I'm like, what the hell is this
mhm.
stuff? Oh, hell no. But I tell you one thing, it won't happen again. And they got called out. And I do have 2 federal cases, but they think it's a joke. But they let me know they are very mental. So really,
Yeah.
it's serious. And it's like what hurt the most was like My DM was like,
Love you too. Love you too, Deshaun for life, Intuitive Angel.
yes, it's a lot of people going on, and then it's like the hacking and the depths, and then what made it so bad, they don't even really want the DM.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. But to try to hurt you and take your life and your family, that's some mental illness stuff. But I'm like, if they gotta pay for it. And Spirit had to work with me because I saw my DMs ex at the airport and I went to go for her. She ran. I would put
Okay, beautiful.
so we got to really we can't it wasn't love and light for me at the airport. I ain't see no love and
Mm,
light. I saw Peter's hands.
mm, mm, mm,
So, but you kind of understand that yes, we are human like anybody else, and we hurt and feel as empaths. But it's kind of like Spirit is tempering that out, temper it out.
mm, mm,
Yes, we want to laugh and joke and do stuff too. And now that I'm getting back to that side of me again, I love it. I love
mm,
cute little things and putting my makeup back on and getting back into things that I want to do. And it kind of makes the DM, I feel, a little uncomfortable. Like, dang, I had this bad B all the whole time. Yes, you did, honey.
mm.
And the whole time, the adversary is trying to be like you. I had one that almost tried to clone herself, and I got receipts for everything.
Well, when you got a person walking around with the same tattoo that you got, you already know people have gone too far with the motherfucking
That
bullshit.
too
I
was
we
really
have a karmic right now that has the same tattoo that I have under my breast and on my stomach right now. And I'm like, what the fuck for? Why? Why do you want to wear my tattoo?
I told you why. It was deep down, it's mental. And it's
Yeah.
patient situation. And it's because they want to project. I've got stuff now that I could embarrass some karmics. I really can't. And I've done it. And it's kind of like, and I'm still like, I don't have the, I've done some things that throw them back because I was some things I'm just not going to take because they keep coming. You keep coming for somebody. I'm not going to turn the other cheek. I'm just not.
Mhm.
But this stuff like that, you just go overboard. That's why Spirit said we're going to
That's
take
extreme.
it's extreme. We're going to take it from here. And some people
Yeah.
are going to make it to the upper room. Some of them may make it to the lower room because when you go
Mm.
far, that means the legion of demons have taken over. And it's like you really got to go deep. And that's what showed me, hey, you need to start sending stuff back, return to sender. Write
Yeah.
your white candle and saying, hey, it's not the DFs that was doing this. It was the karmics the whole time and their whole family. You
Mm.
that kitchen sink or you go in that attic and see if you don't pull out some Dylan from Colorado mess and see what you find. You ain't gonna find it in DF. And as for the tax, yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? It's like you got Kmart versus Nordstrom's. Come on now.
Right. Thank you so much, Deshonda, for life. Thank you for the love. We appreciate it. I just want to talk about also too, we don't want to become an enabler for the divine masculine to remain stuck. So
Mm-mm.
anytime that you're being measured out or you're being dealt with in a way that you know that's not according to what is appropriate for any relationship, I just ask that you just exit the relationship and withdraw from any interaction or communication because you should never entertain anyone treating you less than. I don't care who they are. Title labels, they mean nothing, you guys. This is really when you truly awaken and you ascend, you become really unfuckable with. You become unoperable. You don't give a fuck about I cut my mama off. And I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm being honest. She was getting in the way of my journey. My mother is a karmic mother, and I had to identify her as such. And so I had to basically, Jesus said that if something is causing you to stifle or to stumble, you have to cut it off. She was causing me to stumble on my journey because I couldn't believe she was treating me the way that she was. Okay. So anyway, long story short, I had to cut my mother off, who was a karmic and who really was kind of mirroring the same traits as my divine masculine. And then I realized, you know what? There was karmic, the karma I had to clear out with her, which I did. But I just decided to keep things for my own sanity kosher and not move and deal with her in the same way that I used to. It doesn't mean I love her less. It doesn't mean that I hate her. It doesn't mean that I have any feelings towards her that are hard. It just means that where I am on my journey, I can't bring her with me.
Exactly.
I can't take her with me to the next level. And many of you will find that out too. It may not even be your mother, but it may be someone in your family. It may be a sibling. It may be your lover, your divine counterpart. You probably won't be able to take them to the next leg of your journey unless they're on the same frequency and they can just vibrate with you. But if not, you'll end up raising yourself so high, just like Divine Feminine said earlier, that you'll end up vibrating them out of your whole experience until they wake up and they arise to your level if they choose to do so.
Hmm. That's deep. I know for me, my brother, my sister has journeyed on one, and she is one of my spirit angels as well. But it's my brother because
Hmm.
that had to be cleared out. I kept trying to go back and forth, even as a child. It was like it was not never good enough. And actually, what you fight is actually your gift, illnesses and stuff. And it was like, hey, and that's what actually when I found out recently that the K is actually part of your tribe, I was like, I be damn. But it really, so really, it's like, what's up, sis? What you know, like they try to chime into us, or I see their dark side too. And I saw some stuff that they thought they were going to take to the grave with them. Speaking of grave. So it's kind of like, oh, you really didn't want that out, but I'm going to call it out too because Spirit has directed me too. Because it's all about cleansing. Because the one thing about the lower entities, if they come on your door, everybody's getting exposed. But the thing
Hmm.
about for me and my experience, with what I went through last year with stuff being done, they'll throw in lies, but most of it is not true. But it's like you will be like, hey, I don't need to prove to anybody. You just keep walking in your walk and walking in your truth. It radiates. And it's kind of like, hey, the lies that were told on DF, I don't see that exhibited in her walk. I don't see that exhibited on her page. I don't see that. Actually, she's a beautiful person. And it's kind of like looking at the karmic, and the DM is like, it's kind of like egg on face moment. But it's like, you know what? Just fix it, make it right while we go on and move on our next leg of the journey. Because right now we're having to work on our pinnacle because it's like spirit is like, no, we have to shift the gears. And Libra season is no joke.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Had me going to bed early for the last 3 nights because I couldn't take the energy.
Yes, exactly. You got to get that stuff off you. And DMs know some of
Mhm.
them need the exorcist, and I'm not even joking. They need the exorcist. It's beyond like a
Good
can't
evening, Casey.
go in the you need the spinning of the heads. So
Mm-mm.
heavy. It's serious because
It
they're
is.
repeating cycles and wonder why they can't get ahead. And it's like they'll come and visit us, or even in 5D, or just to say, hey, what's up, to check your temperature. And even just the short little communication, it's like, oh, you have to light a Palo Santo just from a minute or two communication. So it's like I'm not putting it down, that I'm just saying it's so heavy that they don't.
Hmm.
But by them waking up, I just see them like gunks of black magic, and sometimes black magic is your tongue, the serpent
Hmm.
tongue, or the DM. You ain't got no money. How come you ain't got no money? And it's like I think about Byron from Medea's movie. It's like, oh my gosh, and they like, oh, how do I fix this? And then the enemy gets in their head again. She don't want you back. Some of them will, some of them won't. But you got to come correct. You can't just come
Hmm.
in and be like, I apologize. And we like, for what? For A, B, and C, and D. And then sometimes we might have to go, I apologize too, because I called you a ugly rabbit. You know, I was cussing you out when I went to the altar. I did pray for you, but I did cuss you out as well. So it's kind of like I'm working on me too, still.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so
Mhm.
many times that I said some mean stuff to my husband, and I went back and I read it. I'm like, like I said that.
Because that pain is so treacherous.
Hmm. I'm
It's
telling you, that tongue is, it says that too. In the Bible, it says that the tongue is a treacherous thing. The body member, the tongue is a treacherous thing, and the heart is also treacherous too. It says, "Who can come to know it?" So, you may feel a certain type of way, especially when someone has pressed your buttons, especially when you've had enough ghosting sessions with your divine masculine, where you're like, okay, I know he or she read it, but they didn't respond. And so you start feeling your way of feeling dejected, neglected, all of that stuff. And the humanness just comes out. So when you finally get a chance to talk to that person, you let them have it.
You do. And
Seriously.
it makes it so, because I had to go to spirit, because when I start seeing the childhood wounded, I'm like, dude, I could really rip your ass right now. But spirit was like, don't do that. Like, I'm like, because the empath in me was like, the I was fighting dark and light. And I'm like,
Mhm.
and I was finding out, for me, I was learning me, because they chased me down. When I first met my DM, I took my Bible, but I took my knife too, because I was like, dude, it was really, but it was so,
My divine masculine was stalking me.
yeah. But let this brother
Stalking me.
down.
Hmm.
Like, we keep a, but
It's
it's, I mean, but then you really see, but because it was so funny, and a lot of DMs can probably attest to this. I saw when I first met my DM, it was like COVID had just hit. Actually, in the state of Maryland, it was like that day. And he was like, I see it. And I was like, yeah, okay. But it was like, we talked 3 hours. We were translating and everything. But it was a day before his birthday. And I was like, I came with a gift. And he was, to know that he's not been separated and thought I wanted something in return. It was like, whoa, let me hurt her before she hurt me. I was like, what? Then I'm looking at this now, and the Akashic records, the stuff that just comes through, and you're like, whoa. And then when I was healing during my surgery time, I started getting flashbacks, and DS will get that too. It's like, wow, this is why A and B happens, because of C and D. And this is how I got, like, how did I get paired with somebody the total opposite? Spirits, like, because the opposites do attract. They didn't
hmm
body with their nationality. They put it because of the soul higher purpose, that God and spirit doesn't just love blacks, whites, Germans, Italians. They love everybody. Even my mother
hmm
was like, well, if you have biracial kids, this was back in the day, they're not going to know who they are. Yes, you are. You see this side of the family, they learn this language. It's diverse,
hmm
multicultural.
Yes.
It's 2021. It's not 1721.
Hmm. It's so true. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I gotta go get my son from work. He just texted me. So, um, I don't think that anyone else has put in a request. I've looked on both my Cash App and my PayPal.
Did you get?
So,
You got mine. I know. You always get mine.
yes, I'm gonna do yours and I'm gonna end it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. All right. So, are you gonna ask her a yes or no question live or
No, I did get. I'm stressed. That popped out. DMs wanting their DFs to know that they're stressed.
okay? So
Yeah.
you don't have a yes or no,
I,
Sam?
I don't even know what to ask. Off.
Okay,
I
that's
gotta.
fine. You can do it privately if you want to.
Oh, but I'm gonna do it publicly, because so it's like, I want to know. Um. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's a couple, but I want to know off the bat, how is he doing with the, even though we're not separate, how's he with the 3D separation, with how he treated me, that he's awakening?
A yes or no question.
Yes or no?
Yes.
I don't, and the spirit has to do what they do with me. Yes or no? Is he remorseful on how he treated me since he flew back?
Okay. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, girlfriend. Let's go ahead and get these cards pulled for you.
Bye.
Mm-mm-mm. One just popped out. Yes, that's definitely gonna be your card. Worthiness. Oh my God. We were just speaking about the divine masculine feeling unworthy. Now your divine masculine is starting to feel very worthy of himself. Look at that.
Oh, good.
Worthy of the relationship between you two. Wow. He's starting to see everything for how beautiful it really is. If you can look how everything is just adorned, everything is just embellished and dressed up perfectly, that is
Hallelujah.
how he's viewing the union. Girl,
Hallelujah.
we have some real bad reverb.
Amen. Thank you, Spirit.
All right, speak up. So your divine masculine is learning to speak up.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, to come out of the silence and to be able to speak his truth, just like you were talking about earlier about that pink elephant being in the room. Well, it
Amen.
looks like he is clearing that pink elephant out, honey. All right.
Pink elephant angel.
Yes, honey. Mm-hmm. Casey, we're doing $25 pull 6 cards and then one yes or no question. Expansion. So he is growing and the stone is
Oh,
opal. That is the stone. He is growing, he's expanding spiritually, but they're also letting me know that they're expanding his territory. So financially, he's going to be able to come across money. It's going to be coming in for him. It's like he's reaping the benefit of your abundance. Your
what?
abundance is his abundance. It's like you guys are going to have a shared abundance together.
Well, look at that. Amen.
Right? Yes, honey, with some fire Leo energy, honey.
And
Mm,
it,
mm. Then we got rose quartz. Okay.
I,
Empathy. The planet is Venus.
oh,
The opal is in your north node, in his north node. Excuse me, they corrected me. In his north node.
okay.
I feel like both of you have incarnated from the planet Venus before too. That's why this came out. So you're dealing with Venus energy. A lot of talent comes from Venus, especially singing. If you are a singer, definitely you've incarnated from Venus.
Yes, yes, I sang.
Yes, auntie.
Yes, I sang, honey.
Yes, I know. All right. And so let's get your last 2 cards. Oh, come on now. You
Come
ain't
through,
in this alone. Archangel Michael is here with you, honey.
honey. Slay Archangel Michael. Hallelujah.
Yes, yes. So this is the heart of a warrior, divine protection. Okay, so he's protecting this union. Um, this is saying that your masculine has the heart of a warrior. Like he's not going to give up until he accomplishes what he sought out to accomplish. Okay.
Go ahead, boy.
Okay.
Go ahead, sexy boy.
I know that's right. Okay, Casey, we got you. All right, and your last card before you take it away is Antarctica. This is crossing the Rainbow Bridge, the resurrection, things coming back full circle for you and your union. So there is
Hallelujah.
a resurrection being done, honey.
What being done?
A resurrection.
Come through. I'm
Yes, girl.
break. Praise break.
Yes, auntie. Ooh, to the wheeze. Oh my God, girl. Girl. Hunty and the child. Hunty and the child.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hmm. All right, Casey. We got you right after Nas TF finished out her reading, and then we'll get into yours. All right. Go ahead and write your yes and no question. Oh, you already wrote yours. When will I meet my DM? Okay, got you, girlfriend. Oh, well, that's not a yes and no. Casey, can you change that to a yes or no, baby? I'm doing a free yes or no with my coin, my lucky coin here. All right. You can add something like, will I meet my divine masculine this year? Something to that effect. All right. Ready whenever you are, Nas TF.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Empress. I love you. I appreciate you.
Oh, me too.
I've got the DM chakras, which is my DM speaking. Um, Card number 28, the crown chakra is opening up. I'm spending time alone with Source, wanting to travel on vacation. He's back to thinking, hey, this is really going to happen. The home, the fence, the babies, the dog, all of that is still possible. And I feel like manifesting our connection, and he does have a little bit of jealousy spirits. Like it's not like devil, like let me see your phone, let me see this. It's more like my wife is hot, she's sexy, like it's something that, but it's a healthy type. It's not like something that's, oh goodness. He's getting over the fact that the effery, the swap type feeling, because he felt like, hey, time was stolen, money was stolen from the fake to the real. But he feels like the what is this, Hezekiah Walker, I shall recover it all. So recovery. I'm seeing like the tower, the twin towers, 9/11, death and rebirth. It's going to be restored. Restoration. You did mention that, because he's stepping more into his emperor power. And like now I have no choice but to move and keep moving. And it's not, he doesn't feel like left behind. He feels like, hey, she's paving the way. She's doing this, she's being the sun. Like we're learning and growing. Like our, I'm opening up the door. Spirit has allowed me to open up the door to be that leader. And I'm walking into my leadership skills and having, which I'm grateful for you. And I give honor where honor is due. And I give honor to my angels and my altar, my ancestors. Every morning I honor my ancestors. I honor actually his ancestors that Spirit has showed me to honor. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, that's deep.
Mhm.
You're so certainly welcome. God bless you too, Judah. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that answer for you. Will you finish Nas, or did you have another one? Another card you want to pull?
I can go on. I'm trying to be separate the spirit, the 3D, 5D, me. But I see what spirit is doing. I'm coming in and out of spirit into.
Okay. All right. So for now, it's saying no. Okay. Not for this year. All right. But it doesn't mean that you won't meet your person next year, Casey.
Hmm.
This year, we only have 2 more months left in it anyway. So, all right. So we got for you, calcite is what you need to work with because you need to transition. They're wanting you to get stuck out of like a old habit, like a bad habit that you formed for yourself, and they want you to form new habits. This is probably the reason why you're not going to meet your soulmate or your divine masculine this year, is because you have to come out of that habit so you can set good patterns and a good foundation in your new relationship. You're connected to the moon with the stone. That connects you into your lunar energy, your feminine energy, your divine feminine energy. And they're telling me that they want you to master your awakening of your feminine, to master the awakening of the divine feminine that is within you. Okay. All right. So the next one you got is rose quartz. This is more about self-love than it is love from the outside. They want you to have love for yourself and draw love within so you can experience the true love that you rightfully deserve on the without. That's deep. That's real deep. Ooh, if you look inside this cup is filled with rose quartz. It's telling you to fill your own cup up with love. So that has been something not just you, but a lot of us in the collective have been working with as a whole. I know I've been working with rose quartz. I've been working on self love for myself. It's not been easy. Okay. Nefertiti, it is $25. I'm doing one free yes and no and 6 cards. So they're just letting you know it's not just you. People think that they give themselves self love, but honey, I didn't realize that I wasn't giving myself the love that I was seeking from other people. I'm like, shit, no wonder I wasn't getting it from the outside because I wasn't getting it to myself. How you gonna expect somebody to give you something that you ain't even giving you?
Right. Mm-mm.
I learned that the hard way. And now I love myself oh so much. And I'm not saying that to even be vain. Like I really had to dig myself out of the trenches to realize what self love really is. It really means putting yourself first and sometimes saying no to others.
And lovingly.
And lovingly. Yes, smile and be like, no, I don't think I can do that. All right. So they want you to experience joy. You deserve so much love, so much joy. Yes. And continue to keep working on it because it is a work in progress, Empress. They want you to be happy. Let me explain something that my angels told me why they never say they want me to be happy. Because happy is a temporary emotion, but joy is something that you can always carry with you in your heart. Come on now. Mm. Razzle dazzle that one, y'all. Razzle dazzle that one. Happiness is a temporary emotion, but joy is something that you can always carry with you in your heart. Everybody, you can't be happy 24/7. You can't be happy all the time, but you can have joy all the time.
Right. That's right.
Okay, so they want you to be truth. They want you to speak your truth. They want you to draw people to you that are truthful. They're saying that when you are truthful with yourself, that helps others to be truthful to you as well. Be truthful about how you feel. When you're sad, say you're sad. When you're mad, say you're mad. When you're happy, be happy. Okay? Truth is also about your perspective, how you choose to perceive things. Okay? You are a divine mirror. Look at that. Truth about how you move and operate in your being, who you are to the core of your being. When you know who you are, no one can come and tell you anything different. Look at this beautiful empress looking at the reflection in the water. That's you mirroring back to yourself who you are. All right, now, your ancestors, they own it tonight, honey. All right, let's go ahead and get your last two cards, beautiful. Your ancestors didn't come to play today. Okay, beautiful. All right, after Nefertiti, I will not be able to do another reading because my son is. I'm gonna be extremely late. All right, so we got Universal Merkaba. They're telling me that you need to push your Merkaba out. It is right now the time that you step into your sacred purpose. They said you had the answers. You have all the answers. All that you seek is inside of you. Okay, all that you seek is inside of you. Beautiful Casey. And I just keep on hearing that everything is just coming around full circle. It's like a vortex of energy, source energy that's around you. Okay? This universal energy that is just kind of like all around you abundantly. You have sources like near you more than I feel like ever right now. And you feel it. You might feel goosebumps or you might be feeling chills right now. This is what people call Holy Spirit, higher self. It's all the same energy. This is God's source energy, just all around you right now. This is your soul family, Tribe 1111, Rise and Ascension channel. This is your soul family right here. You feel so connected. You're going to be meeting people as the channel continues to grow. That's going to help you with your journey. It says happy reunions. It says support from others. So you're going to be getting more and more of what you need as time um, progresses. They said that order is coming out of chaos in your life. So God is organizing, reorganizing, and shifting things in your life at this moment, okay? All right. So that is your reading, beautiful. I keep waking up with battle scars. Am I fighting in 5D war? But just pull cards. I want the spirit to just speak. I can do a yes or no for you on that one. All right, nice. Tia, go ahead, take it away for Casey.
Yeah, Casey. One of the things that I've got right off the bat is that you're fighting some things that no one knows about. Some people don't even know about, and it's like the community is some of the community is actually making you sick, and I mean that physically and metaphorically, and it's like just it's like, how do I tell you're looking for ways to communicate without hurting people's feelings, but it's really not a way of hurting people's feelings. It's a way of just saying, hey, I'm not available, or and don't go into any detail of this is why and how and all of that. You just say, hey, I'm not available, won't be able to make it, won't be able to do this or that, and don't go into any explanation because you're a grown adult. So it's like, hey, and because you are a privileged person and you're working on your occupation, and for some reason, why I saw the thief card, so I feel like yeah, I'm hearing the word taking advantage of time, and so yeah, just inner strength. Your solar plex needs to be worked on, and some solar plex needs to be worked on, and whoever you're dealing with, they're making travel plans to visit you or live with you, and it's also the solar plex. So that's, I'm seeing some work being done. So as you're growing within yourself and working on yourself spiritually and physically and your health, drink more water, please, and more vegetables and fruits. Spirit is saying, it's going to be so much growth. Little changes turn into big changes, and it's just start with water one day and fruits and vegetables one day. Even if it's one fruit that you incorporate in your daily diet, it's going to be some big changes. So,
Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get Nefertiti. All right, girl. Nefertiti, do you have a yeah, I said I was gonna answer that if this is like a 5D warfare. Yes. Is your answer. Yes. That's why you're waking up with battle scars.
mm,
Yes, honey, and bruises too, is what they told me. Wake up with bruises too. I got them as well. That happens to me. All right, so you got energy medicine. You would benefit highly from Reiki, they're telling me. Um, Also, they want you to tap into your sexuality and go deeper. They want you to get some deep rest too, but they want you to use your sexuality to heal, okay, through tantra. You
mm,
don't have to be in, you don't have to have a partner. You can do it by yourself. But they're saying that you need some deep, deep healing because there's some deep trauma, and this goes back into many, 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 many lifetimes. It's not just on this earthly plane. And they're wanting you to use that Kundalini fire to heal yourself through what you're going through, what you're growing through. And this is going to be energetic medicine for you.
mm.
Okay. Trust me, it works. I've been doing it myself. Here. No, baby. Oh, Jesus Lord. Anyway, let's get to you. This is a Dharma wheel. So, this is about an accumulation of all of your good karma, and you're actually using this. It's asking you to use your good dharma or tap into your good dharma so you can bring forth your good karma and bring forth the life that you want. There may be a connection that you are connected to that's helping you to learn your karmic lessons, helping you to realize your moral codes, what you would do and what you won't do. Okay, setting boundaries. There's some type of karmic connection that you're connected to right now that is awakening within you. The goddess energy is helping you to just basically set those boundaries, know how far you'll go, and to know how to pull away when you're not getting what you want out of the situation. But you're tapping into higher realms. You are working in 5D and above for real. Not only when you're dreaming, neither, they said. You're working in the 5D and above, even when you're in your awakened state. You're like tapping into the occult. I'm hearing also reading things that are esoteric, like you're doing some esoteric reading as well. You were a high priestess, by the way, and many of your lifetimes. So I'm feeling a strong high priestess energy from you. You're very curious right now. They're wanting to push your curiosity above and beyond where you are. This is the reason why this is my song. When I went through a rites of passage, this is my favorite song, the Apophyllite. When I channel and I meditate by myself, I use the Apophyllite to bring the angels in. Sometimes they come before me and they materialize right before my very face. Honestly, that stone is one powerful stone. I don't need that stone for them to materialize in front of my face, but because they've done that all my life, but they come in like at a moment's notice when I do that. Sometimes I have to wait years before I see another angel materialize. But when I use that stone, they instantly come in. Okay. So you may be ready to have connections and direct communication with your angels mouth to mouth, just like Moses spoke to God with through the burning bush, is what I'm hearing. So you need to get that stone. That's your next stone of transformation, the apophyllite. All right, you got Lermar too, which is about changing your perspective, working with the energy from Neptune, and then for the apophyllite, that's working with Jupiter. Jupiter is also about your rewards, your gifts, your talents. It's you're going to be tapping into some gifts and talents that you were not even aware of. It's going to blow your mind that you were even gifted. Some of this you've already been doing and you've been doing it naturally. Some things you're just going to run into and you're going to start doing it and you're just going to know it. You're not going to even know how you know it. You're just going to know that you know it. It's going to be like almost as if you've always done this, even though it's going to be new on this earthly plane. It's going to be old in comparison to what you have been used to, um, in times past and in your incarnations before the earth. And as you continue to tap into your gifts and your powers, you're going to continue to unfold. It's kind of like a peeling of the onion. Okay, you go layer by layer by layer, right? And that's how it's going to be when it comes to the unbudding is what they're saying, and the undevelopment of your soul. It's going to just be a gift, but in the same time, your soul is going to be well aware that you've had these gifts before. You have naked. It's time for you to get naked and vulnerable. It's time for you to be open with yourself. Okay. And go back to that energetic medicine with healing yourself through tantra, through sex, healing your energies, healing your energy fields, healing the holes that are in your aura. Okay. You go back to ancient Lemuria with Mami Wata. Mami Wata is Yimiya. Okay. Same energy. All right, different cultures call her different things, but that's who energy is around you right now. That's the deity that is wanting you to work with her if you haven't already started working with Yumi. You definitely have mermaid energy. All mermaids are healers. Okay, so you definitely have the gift of healing. Your aura, people can just be around you and in your aura and just feel healed because that's just how powerful you are. Your last card is intuition. Continue to listen to your intuition because it has gotten you very far. This is with Queen Nadi. All right. Your intuition is lit right now. You are spiritually lit. You are on fire. This is one of the most highest places that you have been on your journey. They're telling me to tell you to stay tapped in, tuned in, and stay connected because you got it. You really do got it. You are exactly where you need to be on your journey. You are connected to source. You are listening to your body now. You're even changing the way that you eat things. Okay, you're changing the things that are going into your body as well. All right, beautiful. This is your reading. Stay tapped in, tuned in, and stay connected and keep elevating. All right, Nas, we're ready for you.
Wow, Nefertiti, Nefertiti, Nefertiti. You are you're a different cut. You are definitely a divine feminine. You are a head turner. People look twice. Um, The two cards I got 38. You're definitely confirmed. DF. I don't know what guy's around you, but he's your main female. He's trying to. I mean, your main male. He's trying to be your main male, or masculine energy is around you. So you have ancestors around you, a ton of ancestors around you. I'm seeing a lot of African, Dominican um ancestors. Yes, here they go. They're on my shoulders, they're on my sleeve. So it's kind of like, oh, she's spooky, she's this, she's that. Don't worry about the naysayers. Moving on, because actually the people that are naysayers are actually intrigued by you. And spirit wants you again, 10, number one. You're getting a reset button, you're going into another level. They want you to focus on the light no matter what, because you're still trying to find your way. Um, and don't beat yourself up if you kind of like, I'm seeing like bump into a dark space or a dead end or a wall. Don't beat yourself up on trying to be perfect. You're fine. Is a lesson learned. Hey, I didn't need to go left, I need to go right, because it's still letting you know the next time you run into something. Or I'm seeing a lot of books, a lot of knowledge, because you're learning. You're learning and you're growing. That's part of the journey. That's why it's called the journey. If not, we wouldn't be on it, because it's not, it's challenging. Or it's challenging. And Spirit is also saying card number 29, 9, 10, 11. Come through. Wisdom, learning, joy, art, and music. And it's saying you're really connected to your chakras and you're learning more about that. And they want you to stay on that path and make sure you're clear and cleansed, and being aware of what spirits are trying to attach themselves to you. Especially they want you to Palo Santo, and as a collective they want us to actually Palo Santo a couple of times a day. It's like I'm hearing morning, noon, and night. Just take a couple of seconds and run through, because as the world turns, um with the electronics, the everything going on, and as for you, you're going to be really you're really good with Nefertiti. You're good with the electronics. You're very intuitive with technology. That we have to do a lot of cleansing on the 5D and 5G that's going on. People are going to start spazzing out. So we're not going to be spazzing out. We're going to be cool.
Ain't your way.
We're going to be chill. Like they think we're the ones that's bugging out because we don't have the big pen in our arm. And I'm good. So nevertheless, we're going to still keep moving. So you keep doing what you're doing, Nefertiti, and Spirit is acknowledging your ancestors are so happy that you acknowledge them. You keep going, sweetie.
Awesome. Welcome, Kathy. Yes. Thank you for letting us know it was 11:11 on the clock, which we know that is a really big
Look at that.
significance for all of us in the collective. Whenever, just one little tidbit, I'm going to leave with you guys before I go. Whenever 11:11 is on the clock, whether it's AM or PM, take out the time to meditate and manifest and bring in focus on what you are wanting to manifest, because I have manifested things off of 11:11. Okay, just because it's an open portal, it is an open portal for manifestation. So you focus on what you want, let it hit that conscious field of super conscious mind, which is God's mind, and just keep it there for as long as you can hold it, and then come out of that space. I try to do it as much as I'm conscious of it, but I be so busy sometimes throughout the day that I don't get a chance to do it as much. But with Kathy bringing that up, it made me think about that. So that's another um, manifestation tidbit that I would like to share with you guys that is free
Thank you.
and that you can use. All
Thank
right, as a tool, a manifestation tool, 11:11 a.m. and p.m. Make sure that you focus on what you want at the now moment so you can bring it in, because it's an open portal of energy. You don't have to always wait until a new moon to manifest.
thank you.
All right. I know, Kathy. She said I always seem to catch you at the end. I know it seems to work out like that, but don't feel shy to hit that replay button. And you guys, for the sake of time, I really should have dropped off this like about 30 minutes ago. But I wanted to honor you guys and spend time with you and just kind of like get the messages out, push them out because I felt like they were vital.
Yes,
All
thank
right. Also, too, thank you, Nastia, my moderator, my BFF, my everything. I'm just gonna just wrap it up because she's so many things. She's honestly, I am gonna take out the time just for this little short little few minutes. It's not even gonna be minutes. I'm gonna do it in a matter of seconds. I thank you so much. You have really truly grown um since I've been working with you. You have truly done the work and it shows in your life. You have been manifesting and you have been blowing this shit out the water with your manifestations that it is just kind of really astonishing. I'm very astonished. I'm very excited. I'm very happy because you have not been manifesting little things. You have been manifesting ginormous, gigantic manifestations. And I know it's because of our connection. We have both been each other's cheerleaders. We have both pulled each other off the fucking cliff on this twin flame journey when you just feel like you're just gonna lose your fucking marbles. But you know what? Having someone that is on the journey with you, that is doing the work, you guys, makes it all endurable. It takes the edge off. Okay. So get you guys an accountability partner. Get you someone who is just as committed to this journey as you are and takes it just as serious as you do. And I tell you, some of you will feel a whole lot better. You'll feel a shift in your energy. You'll feel shifts in your life. You'll see shifts and rifts in your life. And you'll be like, damn, I manifested all of this. But don't forget, no person is an island because we cannot do this alone. We need a muscle here on earth. All right. Yes, we got Source, and Source is always here for us, but we also need someone in the human form to keep us going. All right, you guys. I love you so much. I love you immensely. Hugs and kisses to all of you. Namaste.
Thank you.
You're welcome.